Why were they not smart enough to do this before the general election? They could have, Nirmala Sitharaman might as well have done this 7 to 10 lakh limit ahead of the general elections and maybe reap some dividends if elections happen based on these kind of decisions. Nikhil.
Abhishek, first of all, a bunch of facts and figures for your viewers. April 2020, Finance Minister of India, Nirmala Sitharaman, tells us that in the last 4 years of the UPA government, 1.45 lakh crores worth of loans were waived off. 1.45, 1.5 essentially, right? How much were waived off between 2014 to 24? 14.56. 10 times the amount. Secondly, we talk about the income tax rebate that has been given by the government in this budget and how people up to an income of, I think, 12 lakhs or 12,75,000 a year do not have to pay any income taxes. And we somehow label these people as middle class. I'm sorry, but they're not. If you look at the National Family Health Survey or the World Inequality Report or a bunch of other sources from the government of India, as well as other sources, they tell you that in India, the wherever a household income crosses 25,000 rupees a month or 3 lakh rupees a year, they're the top 10% of the country. At about 1 lakh rupees, you are.
Are you betting? Are you saying that this should not have happened? Are you suggesting, Nikhil, that this should not have happened?
First of all, let me make it clear that's not the Congress stand, but personally I feel no, this should not have happened. We should not be reducing income tax on the people who are in the top 5% income earners of the country. It's a misnomer to call them a middle class. Somehow the class of people who makes between 50,000 to say about 2 lakh rupees a month, we call them middle class, but they're not middle class. They're the top 5% of the country. They are people who have access to private hospitals, private schools, going abroad, flying on airplanes, taking first class and first AC and second AC trains, traveling on Vande Bharat. This is not where the average Bharatiya lives. As the average Bharatiya travels by, not even by third AC, by sleeper class. They do not take flights. They do not travel abroad. Their children go to government schools. Their children go to government hospitals. And those people are taxed by something called GST, which, by the way, according to the actual receipts of the government, accounted for 9,57,000 crores of the tax revenue. The total revenue of the government of India was 27 lakh crores. Out of that, 9.5 lakhs comes from GST and 10.5 lakh comes from income taxes and 9 lakh, very interestingly, corporates pay only 9 lakh. So the poor and the rich alike who pay the GST are paying 9.5 lakh. The top 10% who pay the income tax are paying 10.5 lakhs. But the corporates, the ones who are getting the maximum benefit out of the loan waivers and all the government schemes and this and that, they are only paying 9.1 lakhs to the government. We're talking about crores per year in terms of actual receipts with the government of India. And so far as the impact of these particular budget announcements...
Nikhil, the people who are paying those 10 lakh rupees of personal income tax, they're paying because they are employed somewhere, and not all of them are employed with the governments. They are employed in the same corporate sector, certainly, which pays that corporate tax. So I think that's a bit of a faux argument. But Anmol wants to come in. Anmol, you see, Nikhil says that even this should not have been done. You are on the other extreme. You are saying कि सब बांट दो, धर्मशाला खोल दो. Some of which is already reflecting in the situation where the revenue surplus state that Delhi used to be has stopped being this year. So, I mean, what's maybe what the BJP has done is the golden mean, and that's why both the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party are jittery.
अभिषेक जी, अगर आप या मैं किसी भी वजह से एक ऐसे परिवार में पैदा हुए होते जहाँ पे शायद अगर हम सड़क पे पैदा हुए होते तो हमारे पास एक ऐसी सरकार है आज दिल्ली में जो उनका ख्याल रखती है, जो उनके बच्चों को अच्छी मुफ्त शिक्षा देती है, जो अगर वो बीमार हो जाएं तो उन्हें विश्व स्तरीय इलाज देती है, जो उनके लिए बिजली और पानी का प्रबंध करती है। तो शायद आप ऐसा ना कहते जैसा आज कह रहे हैं कि आपने धर्मशाला खोल रखी है।